Gulab struggles to get asylum in America. When journalist Ross Schneiderman's team hear about Gulab's latest situation, they want to help.
We played a small role, and essentially what happened was we wanted to understand what Gulab's options really were. So we Googled like immigration lawyer, and up came Michael Wilds.
Michael Wilds is so moved by Gulab's story, he volunteers to take on his case for free.
And here was somebody who stepped out of his own space at great peril to himself and his family to do something heroic, and was caught in a political, bureaucratic red tape. And it was unconscionable to me.
The well-connected lawyer pulls out all the tricks to try to get Gulab safely into America.
There was an exponential gap in our immigration laws, and that safe haven and safety was not being accorded to heroes, and Mohammed deserved it.
We left our village and our motherland for the American. We got wounded for him. We lost our dear ones because of him.
Wilds uses the media to put pressure on the US government.
We leveled the media in a way that would attract greater interest. I find turning the lights on sends everybody to the right corners. The glare of the camera kind of sets everybody straight.
And he encourages the US Embassy in Kabul to send a recommendation to settle Gulab in America. But it's a slow process, and the forces against Gulab are gathering. He has already moved house to evade the Taliban, but now the net is closing in.
One of the scariest attacks is the Taliban basically, they found out where he lived, and they began to assault the house where he's living at.
We escaped and started a counterattack.
Gulab and his wife race for their lives up to the roof.
And they were firing down at the Taliban as the Taliban assaulted their home, and they're firing into the darkness.
Gulab has the advantage of higher ground, but the battle continues with no sign of help.
Afghan security forces don't have the capacity to go and respond.
The standoff holds until, with daylight, the militia retreats.
Gulab was alive, only now he felt totally alone. Gulab finally lost hope.
I don't think Gulab would ever be saved in Afghanistan.
After the attack, Gulab receives sinister phone calls. The Taliban will not leave him alone.
I never thought at first that my life would turn to this bad condition. I was disheartened so much because there was no hope that we could live safely in Afghanistan.
As the threats ramp up, Gulab expects his fate to be sealed.
Only this isn't the Taliban bullying him and threatening his life. It's a call from his American contacts saying, "We're going to get you out of the country. You're finally going to be safe."
Wilds has had a breakthrough. After a decade on the run, Gulab's visa is approved.
We were happy that our American visas were finally granted. We will have a peaceful life. We live in peace.
The Afghan hero, who risked his life and his family's to save the American, will now finally be safe in the United States. Settled in a job with a local business and embraced by new friends. He's lived to tell his story and prove to the world how generous and heroic the Afghan people can be.